Hi. Welcome to our channel Manchester City All News. Before continuing, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and leave your like. Erling Haaland's release clause, Man City exit plan and dressing room burden claim. Erling Haaland has been a revelation since signing for Manchester City, netting 25 goals in just 19 appearances, 9 more than three-time Golden Boot winner Harry Kane. Erling Haaland is one of the most talked about players in the Premier League, and it's easy to see why. The Manchester City striker has netted a ridiculous 25 goals in just 19 appearances, 9 more than Tottenham's three-time Golden Boot winner Harry Kane, who has even featured in 2 more matches. As you'd expect, the 22-year-old's future is often the subject of much speculation, with the likes of Real Madrid obviously very keen on one day signing the Norwegian, and the striker admitting via his dad that he too would one day like to try his hand elsewhere. So with that in mind, here are 3 of the biggest stories surrounding Haaland and his future in recent months. The release clause. Haaland put pen to paper on a 5-year deal with Man City in the summer transfer window. On paper, it sounds perfect for the Premier League champions, as they can, in theory, keep the forward at the club until he's at least 27. But, of course, there is a catch. As reported by The Athletic, Haaland has a €200 million, £175.5 million, release clause inserted into his contract, which comes into play after 2 years, in the summer of 2024. The value of the release clause then declines as the Norwegian reaches the end of his Man City contract, encouraging interested clubs to make a move to sign Haaland. Of course, if a release clause is triggered, it doesn't mean to say that that player is going to leave, but it will enable Haaland to hold talks with a new side. Additionally, £175.5 million is a big expense, so, at the very least, City will make money on their investment. But it won't deter the likes of Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain from making a move, with the latter famously splashing more than that amount on Neymar back in 2017. Man City exit plan. Haaland hasn't addressed his own dreams for the future in the press, but his dad Alfinga has done so on his behalf on more than one occasion. Speaking on the documentary Haaland, The Big Decision, Alfinga previously said, "I think Erling wants to prove his abilities in all leagues. Then he can stay there, Manchester City, for 3 or 4 years at the most. He could be, for example, 2.5 years in Germany, 2.5 years in England and then in Spain, Italy, France, right?" He added, "On our list, I think City is the best team," he said. Bayern Munich is number 2. We have Real Madrid as number 3, and Paris Saint-Germain as number 4. We also have some English teams other than City who are quite good. Liverpool and Chelsea. Also, there is Barcelona. They are sort of in the same row." He later told France Football, "My impression is that he wants to demonstrate that he can win at any of the big leagues. He was in Germany for 2.5 years and he could do something like that in the future. Staying in the Premier League for 3 years and then going to Italy, Spain or France. There's nothing firm about it, but it's a possibility because Erling is capable of being a winner in any team. Currently, it's clear Haaland is happy at the Etihad and isn't planning on going anywhere, but it certainly seems that he will part company with City at some point." Dressing room burden. And that brings us to the final big story involving Haaland and transfers. Borussia Dortmund sporting director Sebastian Kehl knows only too well how difficult it can be to deal with a transfer involving such a high-profile figure, having overseen the Norwegian's exit to Man City. Kehl claims the whole situation resulted in Haaland becoming something of a burden on the dressing room, something City may have to deal with when his release clause kicks in. Kehl told German publication Sportbild, "As much as we always loved Haaland and he was successful with us, in the end, he became a burden on the dressing room, the club and the whole environment. He had become the subject of every conversation. Outside the club, almost everything was exclusively focused on him. In the end, the timing of the transfer was right for both parties. And we are all happy for Erling that he continues to be so successful." Thanks for watching until the end. Hope you enjoyed the video.